to destroy your hopes and your dreams. And a man will if you let him. Because many times men don't want their women to become more successful than them. Many of them really don't want that because they think that you're growing away from them. Okay? So the way that they get you, they kind of want you to stay there. Now, there are some men who are very supportive of women, and they will support you to be the best that you can be. And that's the type of man that you want. You see, someone who's your cheerleader, somebody who's gonna always be promoting you and supporting you and building you up. That's what you need. You really don't need a man to tear you down. And insecure, weak men, that's what they do. Somehow it makes them feel more powerful when they feel like they have more power over you. Over you. Ladies, don't allow it to happen just because you feel like you want a man. Don't do it. You be strong, you be confident, and you be the best version of yourself. The very best that you can be. Now, we do have a few letters today. So let's dive into the letter and see what she says. Okay? Okay, here we go. I've been with this man for 7 years. He got a woman. He do a lot for me. But I'll be telling him that I feel guilty on cheating on this woman. He's telling me to stop feeling guilty because he doesn't feel guilty. Well, he's a cheater. He's a cheater. And, he doesn't feel guilty because he's made a conscious decision to not be faithful. It's a conscious decision. You see, it just didn't just happen. This man has probably been cheating since he was married. He just never stopped. Okay? So now here you are. He's telling you, don't feel guilty because he doesn't. Yeah, see, he wants to keep you in the low vibration with him. Okay? I've been trying to call it off. But what do you think I should do? Can you give me a suggestion? What should I do about it? Or how can I talk to him about it? He doesn't listen. Sometimes I really do like him a lot. Well, wait a minute. He's already told you not to feel guilty because he doesn't want to stop this activity with you. Whatever it is that you have together, and I assume from your letter that you're sleeping together. Okay? But he's with another woman. All right? Now, the thing about it is, he's not worried about it, but you should be. Because there is such a thing as karma. And whatever you put out is what you're going to get back. And there's no way that you can get around it. What should I do about it? And how can I talk to him about it? He always tells me he loves me. Well, yeah, he loves having sex with you. He loves having sex with you. But he didn't love you enough to marry you and to be faithful to you. Okay, there's a difference. There's a difference. Always tell him I love him. But it would be different if he hasn't got a woman and we go to the same church. But that doesn't mean the Baptist church is bad, because this is happening because I know you always say that every church got somebody in there doing stuff. Well, wait a minute. Okay, so you both are Christians. Christians cheating. That's what happens. Baptist church. You know, in church period, it's a lot of things going on in the church. A lot of evil things going on in the church. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you this again why it happens. Because Christians believe that that their God is going to forgive them of all their sins. Which is a falsehood. Which is a falsehood. Even if your God forgives you, karma's still going to come back and pay you. That is a universal law. That's a universal law. Okay. And your God can't save you from that. No. No. So whatever you are doing, and you think that nobody knows. Well, that's what he's doing because he doesn't care. Well, let him, he's going to face his karma anyway if he's not already facing it. He may be living a whole life of karma anyway. But for you, you need to cut this off because this will come back to you. As soon as you decide that you don't want to do this anymore, you need to heal. Okay, because I'm pretty sure you're bonded to this guy. Because you say you've been with him for 7 years. Cheating? You've been cheating with this man for 7 years. You're gonna need to go on your spiritual journey and heal from this. And heal. Okay. And maybe your karma won't be as tough if you heal. Now, I'm not in charge of karma, so I don't know how tough it's going to be, but I do know it's coming back. And you know what? It may come back when you least expect it. And who's to say in what form it will come back to you? But believe me, people, whatever you put out there is going to come back to you. Now, right now, you're cheating on this woman's husband. In the church. Cheating. Now, what's to say one day you meet somebody that you want to marry? You want to marry. And you want to be a decent human being. You're no more cheating. You want to be clean, live a happy life, and all of that. Now, here come karma. Here come karma. And your new man. You married to him, but he's cheating on you. See, that's how karma works. You don't know when it's going to hit, but it is going to hit. Okay? Just like if you do good. If you go out here and do good for somebody, somebody's going to do something good for you. Some kind of goodness is going to be rewarded back to you for what you did. It's the same thing with karma. It's the same thing. It's nothing that you can do in this life that is not recorded because that's a law, and it will come back to you. Okay. So now let me see what else you say here. You're both in the church. I just want to see what you have to say about it. All right, well, you can see what I got to say about it. Karma. Karma. Listen, when I was a younger woman, I dated married men. Yeah, I did. I thought it was safer. I had been divorced, and I didn't want to get married again. And I really didn't want a man staying with me all the time. So I dated married men. Not real. I didn't know anything about karma, and I wasn't spiritual. Okay? And, one man, I stayed with him, he says 11 years. I don't know if it was that long or not, but it was a while. And he did a lot for me when I was with him. I mean, he was a blessing. He really was. But I took advantage of it, because he wasn't my husband. So I just took what I could and kept it moving. Believe me, as time passed and I wasn't with him anymore, and, as life went on, and I decided I didn't want to live like that anymore. I wanted to change. I wanted to be a better person. I wasn't spiritual yet, but I wanted to clean up my life. Do you know that karma hit me? And I lost everything I had and everything that he gave me. Everything I lost. Everything. And I lost it messing with another man. That's right. That's right. Karma hit me through that. Listen, if you want a happy life, then you be happy. You be positive and always doing the right thing. And the right thing will always come back to you. That's the way to live. If you want to be happy. Now, we do have another letter here. And this is a little different. So let's see what she says. Okay. She has a few topics here that she wants to get my opinion on. So let's go through them. In the late 80s, a woman told me that there will be an increase in violence in the coming years due to the fact of the souls of many young men who lost their lives during Vietnam War are going to return more violent because they died in a state of fear and violence in the war that they didn't understand. Do you think this is true? Well, I don't know. I doubt it. Why would these souls come back to haunt people or to inflict violence on people? Why would these souls come back? During the Vietnam War, I think people were, they didn't volunteer. I think because I had to think back. During the Vietnam War, that's when a lot of people fled the country so they wouldn't have to go to war. Yeah, well, a lot of people that went to Vietnam War, they were either drafted by the Army or I know some people who signed up to go. But either way, this woman is talking about souls. I don't know who this woman is or where she's getting her information from. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't see it. It's enough fear and violence in the world as it is. We don't need those old souls coming back to add to it. For what? I don't get the point. Also, do you think this is one of the reasons why men are becoming more feminine? No.